revolutionizing the meat industry using cell-based meat. What is cell-based meat? Cell-based meat is real meat grown outside of animals. We should all be promoting cell-based meat for the health of animals, the environment, and us. Cell-based meat is better for animals. Our current meat is coming from animals living in small, dark, and cramped enclosures. They can barely move and are pumped full of antibiotics and hormones at birth that cause them to grow beyond what their legs and lungs can handle. They're fed corn and soy because it's cheap to produce despite being unhealthy for the animals. Cell-based meat takes the whole animal out of the equation, so animals can be taken care of properly and grow at their own rate while their cells grow in a lab to make the meat we consume. Cell-based meat is better for the planet. Traditional meat processing consumes almost 70% of the world's fresh water supply and accounts for 80% of the world's deforestation rates. Forests are burned down and replaced with cattle ranches. Thus, oxygen-producing land is converted into carbon dioxide-producing land, leading to an increased rate of climate change. Factory farms produce more waste than they can handle, forcing them to rely on anaerobic lagoons, which is just a fancy term to describe a pond filled with gallons and gallons of manure. These lagoons have the potential to leak into our water system, polluting our drinking water. Cell-based meat uses less water, produces less greenhouse gases, and uses less land than traditional meat. It also preserves the water we already have by eliminating the need for massive manure basins. These differences are significant enough to produce global changes for the environment. Cell-based meat is also healthier for you and me, and all meat eaters. Current farming revolves around animals being cramped together in small spaces, so it's easy to see how disease travels quickly in factory farms. The meat we eat spend their lives standing in their own waste, even up until slaughter. In between slaughter and processing, meat becomes a perfect habitat for bacteria to grow and spread. Despite strict sanitary practices at slaughterhouses, almost 1 in 10 people get sick from foodborne illnesses every year. When we eat sick animals, we aren't just put at a risk for getting food poisoning, we're at a risk for starting a pandemic. COVID-19, along with most novel diseases, pop up as a result of cross-contamination by humans eating sick animals. By taking the blood and feces out of meat production, cell-based meat could bring the number of people getting sick from foodborne illness to virtually zero. Cell-based meat would also allow us to source our meat cells from animals that have grown up on healthy diets without any antibiotics or hormones, creating a healthier product for us to consume. With cell-based meat, worldwide quarantines could become a thing of the past. Currently, cell-based meat research is primarily funded by individual clean meat companies. This has resulted in tremendously slow research. If meat consumption is doubled in 2050, as it is projected to, our resources and animals won't be prepared to handle this growth. The year 2050 is in our lifetime. If we wait until then to figure out a way to decrease slaughtered meat consumption, it will be too late. That is why we have to call and write our elected officials asking them to start funding clean and sustainable meat research now. And then, when McDonald's offers their first clean meat burger, use your money to show support for the meat option that is safer for animals, better for the environment, and healthier for you. If you're interested in contacting one of Provo's representatives, Curtis Bramble and Adam Robertson's information is here. If you live outside of Provo, your representative's information can be found at le.utah.gov/, in all capitals, GIS.